Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so well. As you can see from the title, today I want to share with you my swatches of the Makeup Revolution palettes. We're going to start off with 4 palettes. The first one being the Death by Chocolate palette, which as most of you will already know, it is based around one of the Too Faced chocolate palettes, and if you don't know that, what rock have you been under? The other 3 palettes we're going to talk about are 3 from the Salvation palette range. We have Give Them Nightmares, Ultimate Color Chaos palette, and Girls on Film. Now, I will start off by saying, had I really paid attention to the palettes whenever I was purchasing them and not purchasing them at midnight or so, I probably wouldn't have bought Girls on Film as well as Death by Chocolate, because they are really rather similar. They're brown, bronzy, goldy sort of tone palettes with a bit of purple thrown in. They are both incredibly similar. I will show you. So this is the chocolate palette straight away. So this is what it looks like on the outside. It is sort of cheap plastic, but I have to say I think it looks really good. So I don't have the names of these. I've dropped the wee card out of this one, but this is what the shadows look like. I have to say I think they are gorgeous looking. I will say that the matte ones in this really aren't that pigmented compared to some. However, the shimmery colours, they're really pigmented, really creamy, just glide on. Absolutely love them in this palette. So then the Girls on Film one, just for comparison, this is what it looks like. So as you can see, there is a lot of colours that are really rather similar. They're just put in a wee bit differently. So I really wouldn't have bought both of them had I been paying attention properly. The Girls on Film palette, these two are really incredibly similar. I really struggle to tell them apart. I don't really know, maybe one's a bit of a darker tone to it, but they are too similar to really be able to tell the difference. But, I like the packaging of these. It does sort of tarnish and scratches are all over them. That is the downside to them, but then for $7.99 it is hard to complain about packaging, especially when I bought these in the 3 for 2, so you know it's ridiculously cheap to buy these. But I do have to say that pigmentation for the most part in all of these palettes, I find that the shimmery ones are much creamier, much easier to go on. I really like them. Some of them are quite similar, so you probably don't need all of these palettes. The matte colours aren't that pigmented, they're really quite chalky. I do find a lot of fallout with all of the colours across the board with all of these. The ones with glitter in them, really not that fussed on because the glitter doesn't transfer. I'm not a massive person, I'm not massively into glittery eyeshadow, but I guess if you're going to make an eyeshadow that has glitter in it, it really should come across. I will play about with them a bit more and see what I think. Maybe with a bit of setting spray or something, they might come across wet better wet, I can nearly speak. So maybe that's something I should think about trying out instead. So I will let you know what I think of them. This is just sort of my first impressions. I'm going to do a few makeup looks. I do have some new stuff coming. I do have a video coming soon which will be a full face of makeup using the Makeup Revolution palettes, collection rather. As I say, these two, the Girls on Film and the Death by Chocolate, are incredibly similar. You don't need both, one or the other. I would probably go with this one, to be honest with you, but they are lovely palettes. Moving on, we have the Give Them Nightmares palette. Now this is the one that came to me broken, which I was really gutted about. But I love these sort of jewel tone colours. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. The only real colours in this, these are the ones that have the glittery ones in it, so it was those two that disappointed me, and the white and the purple in the mattes. They really weren't that pigmented. I would have liked to have seen more pigmentation, especially in that white, just to really brighten it up and give it a big massive pop of white colour there, but it really wasn't pigmented at all, so I was really disappointed by that. But the rest of these colours were just absolutely beautiful, really shimmery, really creamy, glide on really well. So yeah, it is one that I would recommend. I will try these glittery ones out a wee bit more just to see what I can do with them. Maybe get that glitter to transfer a wee bit more, but we will see. Again, packaging exactly the same. All the Salvation palettes are the same. That's one thing that I'm not totally fussed on it, because if you have them in sort of sideways or anything, you can't actually tell what they are unless you look at the back or open it. So it's hard to tell. So I might put sticky labels on the sides just to like maybe initial them or something, just so that I know what is what. So the last palette here then is the Color Chaos palette, Ultimate Color Chaos palette, and it is full of these wacky bright colors. I was really disappointed with this one because a lot of them really weren't that pigmented. This silver especially, I kept layering thinking it might get better, but it really wasn't getting much better at all. Some of them, again, shimmery colors tend to be more pigmented. This color here is meant to be a shimmery color, but I didn't get much pigmentation out of it. It is quite disappointing. I really wanted it to be more pigmented. Some of them are absolutely gorgeous, but again, it's more the ones that you would find in other palettes that are more pigmented. The ones that do have a wee bit more pigmentation in them really are so chalky. So that was a disappointment again. But it is something that I will play about with and see what I can do. I really want to do something really bright and wacky with these colours, so watch this space for a video on that, or even just pictures on my Facebook page. I'm going to try and post different things more on that Facebook page, so if you haven't liked the page already, I'll pop a wee link down below. So yeah, so really do like the colours. I have to say the colours in each palette are lovely. I do like the palettes. I don't need them all. You know, like that one, the Girls on Film and the Death by Chocolate, really don't need both of them, so I will pass one of them on to someone else once I've done my proper reviews on them. So I mean, the overall thoughts are the shimmery colours are creamy, lovely, really pigmented for the most part. The matte colours tend to be chalky and not very pigmented, which is quite disappointing. The glittery ones, there's only 2 in any of the palettes that I've got, and that was the Give Them Nightmares, and I struggled to get a bit of pigment out of them, but the glitter does not come across at all. They are worth trying out because they aren't that expensive. And Makeup Revolution, if you go to their online store, Makeup Revolution stores.com or store.com, I can't remember which it is. I'll pop a link down below if I can remember which it is. They generally have offers on. Now, I've just recently bought another collection of things, which I might do a wee giveaway on possibly next week whenever they arrive, so watch this space for that. But they tend to do a lot of offers and 3 for 2s and buy this whole bundle of things for such and such a price. I'm not sure if they still have the ones on that I had, but I think it said Halloween week, so I'll pop a link down below for those ones. Check them out. I'm really excited about trying out some of the stuff that are in those collections. Probably not get them until the middle of next week, so it won't be for Halloween that I'm playing about with them anyway. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing these swatches, don't know. Anyway, I know I've kind of rambled the whole way through this, but I'm hoping that seeing the pictures and stuff coming up, you've really enjoyed seeing what these swatches look like, and I hope it's given you an idea of what the quality of these palettes are like. They are worth trying, even just one of them. Try out that Death by Chocolate if you like sort of bronzy, goldy sort of tone colours. Anyway guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. It puts a smile on my face. Anyway guys, I love you all so much. I will see you next time. Bye.